This time may be tough, but it has also emphasized the importance of care for ourselves, our friends and families, and our environment. While our mobility is limited, our shores are taking a break from tourists. Our lakes are enjoying the peace and serenity, and our flora and fauna are getting comfy in their natural habitats. The tranquility nature brings. I know we're all dying to be with nature again, but hang tight because in time, we'll see them face to face. For now, allow me to virtually take you to a relaxing nature trip with some family-friendly side trips as we visit yet another tourist attraction in Irosin Sorsogon. Come with me and let's take a dip at the cool waters of Naglahaw Falls. Surrounded by 5 towns, Irosin is the only Sorsogon town without a coastline. But what it lacks in shores, it makes up for other several natural attractions. Among them is the refreshing Naglahaw Falls, which is found a short 6.38 kilometers from the town proper. But before we get there, let's get into a couple of side explorations of nearby attractions. First on our list is Irosin Eco Zoo Park. Perfect for families and friends, this park presents a quaint garden and a mini zoo that kids would definitely enjoy. Of course, it also has a lot of nice spots where you can snap pretty good photos just like these. Next stopover before we head to the falls is Irosin Lake. Yet another family-friendly destination, this park offers great views of lush vegetation with the stunning Mount Bulusan as its backdrop. Of course, it cradles a lake where visitors can go kayaking and boating. And for added fun, the local government has recently added a zip line so guests can enjoy the beautiful surroundings even more. Irosin Lake also serves as the takeoff point for our vlog's main destination. From the registration area, a 45-minute trek is needed to get to the falls. Half of the way is paved so those with private vehicles can cut their trekking time in half. Tricycles for hire are available and tour guides are assigned to groups who are not familiar with the way. We initially decided to walk all the way through, but our gracious attendant Ate Grace was generous enough to offer her own tricycle as our service, giving us more time to stay at the falls. The paved road ends near a river, and from this point, you'll have to take everything by foot. It took us roughly 15 to 20 minutes of walking to get to Naglahaw. But it didn't feel as tiring because the pathway was embraced by nature and offered a very relaxing vibe.
Yeah, it'd be advisable if you pay a visit to the falls like early in the morning so that it's not too hot. Although, you're gonna be surrounded by nature anyway, so it's still a bit refreshing. But you know, if you're one of those people who doesn't really like being under the heat that much, you should really come and visit early in the morning, like around 6 o'clock. Gives you enough time to go back and forth without being subjected to harsh sunlight. Subjected. Alright.
After minutes of walking, we finally got to the falls. A small cottage is provided where you can leave some of your things so you may focus on the rushing water of Naglahaw. Going to the plunge basin of Naglahaw is quite tricky and difficult as you'll have to climb up slippery boulders. So if you're paying a visit, make sure that you're wearing comfortable and proper footwear to avoid any mishaps. Getting face to face with the falls may have taken much work, but it was definitely all worth it. It also helped that it rained for the past 2 consecutive days, so the water was huge and definitely refreshing. For a person who keeps on falling in love with waterfalls, our trip to Naglahaw was a fulfillment of wanderlust. It may not be as magnificent as others, but it definitely gave us the relaxation we needed. I had an amazing time with my family and was able to get closer to nature again. The lush green surroundings, the cool water, the sound of the waterfalls. Everything just made me feel grounded again. It may have taken a long walk to the falls, but we surely didn't leave without an energized body and a refreshed soul. Because of the pandemic, we are reminded of the fundamental value of caring. We started looking after one another again, Most of us finally took some time to improve our physical and mental being, and we've also witnessed how our friends began showing genuine care for the environment. This thought crossed my mind as I was basking in the waters of Naglahaw. It also made me think how our situation for the past months urged us to recalibrate our standards and choices in terms of selecting leaders who will truly take care of us, our natural resources, and our beautiful country.